Hey there, nice to see you back at Garfin's Creation. We'll be making chicken sandwich in two ways. Pinwheel chicken sandwich as well as bite-sized sandwiches. All ingredients are mentioned in the description box below. So let's start with the recipe. I have finely chopped 2 tablespoons of red bell peppers, 2 tablespoons of yellow bell peppers, and I've just taken 1 tablespoon of green bell pepper. And this is 3/4 cup of boiled and shredded chicken. And after shredding, I've just cut it down into more tiny pieces. I also use a chopper to chop all these. Next in a bowl, I have taken 3/4 cup of mayo. And to this, I'll be adding just 1 teaspoon of mustard sauce. Next, I'm adding very little salt as I had boiled the chicken with some salt too. I'll be adding 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper powder. You could use white pepper powder too. Now just give this a quick stir. Next, we'll be adding all the bell peppers and the shredded chicken too. For the sandwiches, you can also take any flavor of mayo you have with you. So after adding these, I'll just mix it all well together. If you have not added any salt while boiling the chicken, you can taste this now. The mayo and the mustard sauce too has salt in it, so you can adjust the salt now accordingly. So after mixing this well, just keep it aside for some time. Next, I'll be taking 3 slices of bread, and we need to cut out the edges. The more larger the bread slices, the better it is to roll the sandwiches. To make one pinwheel sandwich, I'll be using 3 slices of bread. These sides do not go waste. You can make breadcrumbs or even make a bread pudding from it. So now we will just roll each of these slices. Do not roll it too very hard, just lightly so that it gets pressed a little. So here it is. You can see it is not very flat. So you need to roll out all the bread slices in the same way. Now once that is done, we need to stick these together. So I'll just dab a little water on one edge of the bread slice with the help of a brush. You can apply the water with your fingers too. And then just place the second bread slice over it and just press it a little so that it gets stuck to each other. And then I'll just roll it once more on the edges and all over too. We just need to seal those edges which we have just stuck so that we can roll this very easily after putting the chicken filling on it. Now once this is done, you can see you get a nice long single piece of bread slice. I'll just apply butter all over it on one side. Here I have taken some Schezwan Ketchup. You can mix 1 tablespoon of Schezwan chutney and 1 tablespoon of tomato ketchup and mix it together and use it. So I applied this on one slice of the bread almost. And the rest of the bread slices, I'll be adding the chicken filling which we had just prepared. To make the pinwheel sandwich, do not add too much filling over here. And also try to keep the capsicum and the chicken, what we had cut, very fine, as it would be difficult to cut the pinwheel sandwiches later if you have a thicker pieces of the capsicum and the chicken. So now once you put the filling, you can start rolling the sandwich from either side. Since I want the red chutney to be in the center, like a red dot in the center, I'll be rolling it from the red side first. So as you keep rolling towards the other end, just roll it a little bit tight. Do not roll it very loosely. This has to set tight and firm once we keep it in the fridge for some time. So just roll this tightly and you can see how nice it looks. To pack this roll, I'll be using an aluminum foil today. You can also use a cling wrap or a plastic bag just to roll this tightly. Just place the roll on the aluminum foil and just roll it once. And as you keep rolling, just pull it tight so that it becomes nice and firm after we have kept this in the fridge for some time. So I'll continue pulling this a little bit as I keep rolling towards the other end. Just squeeze the sides. The sandwich roll is ready. So I'll just prepare another 2 rolls in the same way and keep it ready. Next, I'll also be showing to make the bite-sized chicken sandwiches too. For that, here again, I'll be using 4 slices of bread and be applying butter on all the 4 sides. So after spreading the butter, I'll be applying the Schezwan ketchup too over this. These sandwiches make a nice party starters. And the bite-sized individual pieces are just right for some finger food. And another advantage of this is that you can make it and keep it in the fridge and just cut them when you are about to serve it. So now once again I'll be spreading the chicken filling over this. Since I'll be making 2 sandwiches, I'll be applying the chicken filling on 2 bread slices. And then I've applied butter on the other sides as well. Just place it over it. Now these sandwiches too are ready. So these two also I'll be packing them in some aluminum foil. Then put them in a plastic pouch or a Ziploc pouch, or also cling wrap them. So now we have just finished making all the sandwiches, and now they all need to be kept in the fridge to be set. These sandwiches need to be set well and become a little firm so that we can cut nice slices from it. Keep it in the fridge for at least 1 or 2 hours. If you're in a hurry, you can keep them in the freezer for at least half an hour. In the meantime, let's prepare those tiny flower tops which you had placed on top of the sandwiches. Here I have taken the red bell pepper and cut out a slice from it. Same also with the yellow and the green too. And to cut out the flower shape, you can take any of these fondant cutters, these flower cutters of any shape. I'll be using the flower one today. To get a nice cutout from these, just place it on the bell pepper, and after pressing, just rub it a little so that you get a nice clean cut. You can also press it with your fingers to get a nice sharp finish. If you do not have these flower cutters, you can also cut these flower shapes freehand with the help of a knife. And in place of bell peppers, you could also use finely thin slices of carrot and then cut it into flower shapes too. So I'll just cut a few of these in all the 3 colors of bell peppers. So you can cut all of these flowers in advance and just keep it in the fridge and use them when you are ready to serve the sandwiches. So now these sandwiches are nice, cold and firm. So now let's slice them. To get a nice clean sharp finish for the sandwiches, use a nice sharp knife. And also make sure that the sandwich is nice and firm. So once out of the fridge, you need to cut them immediately. If these sandwiches start getting warm, it would be difficult to get a nice clean cut from these rolls. So cut them immediately after getting it out from the fridge. I'm cutting it about 1 inch in thickness. You can keep them even more thicker. So I'll just cut out all the pinwheel sandwiches from the rolls. And you can see how beautiful they look once they are cut. So you could also add a toothpick through this so that you can hold it nicely while eating it. So now let's cut these sandwiches as well. For these sandwiches, you need to trim off the sides after we have removed them from the fridge. So this too will help in getting a nice clean cut. I'll be cutting each sandwich into 4 equal squares. You can keep these bite-sized sandwiches as they are, or you can also group 2 sandwiches together and put a toothpick through it. So now once these bite-sized sandwiches are ready, I'm just using a toothpick and pierce it through the bell pepper flowers which we had just cut, and then put it over the sandwich pieces. So these become perfect finger food for any parties and get-togethers. So I do hope you all like the chicken sandwiches which we have made them in 2 ways. Pinwheel chicken sandwich and the bite-sized flower sandwiches too. Thanks for watching, and do subscribe to Garfin's Creation so that you do not miss my next video too. More videos coming up. See you soon. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.